and welcome. I'm Adriana, physiotherapist and yoga instructor with a passion for trauma-informed care and chronic pain. Today's video will be a trauma-informed yoga sequence focusing on balance. As we are working on balance, it may be a little bit tricky, so feel free to do this practice near a wall or have a chair handy that you can hold on to. So get into something comfy, grab your mat, and we'll get started. Whenever you're ready, I invite you to join me on my hands and knees today. We're going to get started in a tabletop position. Just so that we can warm up our spine and our body, I'm going to go through a few cat-cows. So feel free to join in with me whenever you're ready. If you would prefer not to do cat-cows today, you can choose a different form to warm your body up with. Perhaps moving with your breath. On the inhale, lowering the belly to the ground, lifting the neck up. On the exhale, rounding the spine, bringing the chin to the chest. I'm going to move through 3 more cat-cows. You can choose to join in with me if you would like. The last one. And whenever you're ready, returning back to a tabletop position, having the back neutral or straight. If it feels good for your practice today, we're going to work on some balance in this position. On your next breath, I invite you to bring the left leg back behind you, and if it feels good, also bring the right arm up in front of you. Balancing on that left hand and that right knee. One more inhale, one more exhale. And coming back down on your own time. We're going to repeat that on the other side. Whenever you're ready, bringing that right leg behind you, left arm in front of you. Feeling the balance in that right hand as you ground that hand into the ground. That left knee and left foot. One more breath here. On your next exhale, coming back to neutral again. Now we'll be moving through that 2 more times. If you would like to join me, feel free to join in. Once again, you can choose any other option or form if that feels better for you today. With your next breath, bringing that left leg behind you, right arm in front of you. Focusing on that nice inhale and nice exhale. One more breath here. And then lowering down. Repeating the same on the other side. The left arm goes up, right leg goes back. Feeling that left leg, that right hand balancing you. One more breath. And coming back down. In your own time, moving through that one more time. Starting with the left leg back, right arm forward. One inhale. One exhale, lowering back down. And if you're still joining in with me, last time on the opposite side, left arm goes up, right leg goes back, one inhale, one exhale, perhaps making that neck nice and long, and returning back down. Maybe choosing to shake out the hands, maybe choosing a few neck movements to loosen the body up before we move on to the next part of today's practice. We're going to move into a standing sequence now, and then we'll come back down to the ground and then end in Shavasana. So whenever you're ready, I invite you to get to the top of your mat in whatever way feels good for you. I'm going to choose a downward dog and walk my legs up. You might choose to just stand and go to the top of your mat. You might choose another way. Any way works for today. Whenever you're ready, we're going to move into Warrior Two, bringing that leg back behind you, left leg forward. Perhaps bringing the arms out to the side. You might choose to keep the hands on your waist or hands down. Choose whatever variation feels good for your shoulders and arms today. Working through 3 breaths here. Perhaps feeling that left leg, that left thigh, those muscles working. Maybe taking a second to look behind you if your arms are up. See if your arms are even. Working through 1 more breath here. Whenever you're ready, you can bring the arms down and move into a lunge position, turning your body forward, keeping that front knee bent. You can choose to have the back knee up. You might choose to bring it back down. Whatever feels good for you today. Many variations of the arms, maybe arms up, maybe arms down by your side. 1 more breath here. And on your next breath, I invite you to bring the arms down if they are up. And if it feels good, lean forward, trying to lift that back leg up into an airplane. Maybe bringing the arms up above or in front of you. Taking 1 more breath. Whenever you're ready, bringing that leg back down. Maybe taking a second to shake out the body and the legs. Moving into tree pose. I'm going to turn this way so you can see a little better. So grounding down through that left foot. Many options for the right leg here. You may choose to keep the right leg down on the ground. Perhaps you bring it out to your shin. Maybe you bring it up to the thigh of the left leg. Choose whatever variation your body is asking for today. Taking 3 breaths here, maybe bringing the arms to heart center, perhaps lifting them above your head or lifting them out. There's no right or wrong. On your next exhale, coming back down. We're going to repeat the same thing on the other side of the body. So bringing the right leg in front of you, left leg back. Arms out. Moving into Warrior Two on the opposite side. Maybe having the arms down by the side if that feels better. You might even choose to rest and not join in, and that's totally okay. 1 more breath here, maybe noticing that grounding of the feet. And on your next breath, if you're joining in, moving into the lunge position, turning, once again, maybe lowering that back leg. You might choose to keep it up. Many different positions for the arms, maybe up, maybe down. Taking 1 more breath here. Perhaps taking a second to notice where you feel that breath in your body. Whenever you're ready, moving into the airplane. So if you had your knee down, you could bring it up. And trying to lean and put all your weight through that right leg. Lifting the left leg as high as feels comfortable for you. And in your own time, bringing that left leg back down to meet the right. Perhaps shaking out the legs a little bit, giving them some nourishment, some movement. Moving into tree pose on the opposite side. So once again, you can choose whatever variation feels good. Left leg down, left leg on the shin, left leg on the thigh. Perhaps thinking about the toes and the foot, trying to ground down into the ground. Taking one more breath here. Whenever you're ready, if you have that left leg up, bringing it back down, and in your own time, joining me in whatever way feels best into a sitting position. I'm going to work through some seated balance. So I invite you, if it feels good, to bring the arms down by your side, bend the knees and have the feet resting on the ground. You might choose to lift one leg up here, leaning back slightly. Perhaps choose to lift both legs up. If it feels good, you might even choose to lift the arms up. Whatever variation is calling to you today. Taking one more breath. And on the next exhale, bringing the legs down, perhaps taking a counter movement, wrapping the arms around the legs, feeling a bit of a bend in through the spine. Taking one moment here to focus on your breath. Maybe feeling your stomach on your legs. If it feels good for your practice today, I invite you to try that sitting balance one more time. Maybe lifting one leg, maybe two. Maybe the arms stay down this time instead of going up. It's totally okay. One more breath here. Bringing the legs back down. If it feels good for your practice, moving into a tabletop, having your hands behind you, your legs bent, and lifting the body up. If you're wanting a little bit more of a balance challenge, you might choose to lift one leg up. On your next breath, if you have your leg up, lowering it, maybe choosing to lift the other leg up. And on your next breath, lowering, bringing the body back down. Perhaps choosing one more different pose to help balance the feelings in the body. Whenever you're ready, if you would like, I invite you to join me in Shavasana, lying on the back, taking one final position for today. If you have a blanket or a pillow handy, it might be nice to grab those. Sinking into the ground in whatever way feels good for your body today. Maybe noticing the backs of the legs, the backs of the arms, the back of your head on the mat. Perhaps you don't feel any of those things. That's okay. Maybe you're resting in a completely different position, and that is also completely okay. You get to choose whatever feels best and balanced for your body today. And I invite you to lie here and rest as long as feels good for you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for taking some time for yourself.